Let's start with the content audit. A content audit is fancy language for make a big list of all the pages on your site. This list will come in handy for all sorts of things.
In order to get people to test your site, we need to get familiar with what is actually on there. So we're going to use the Content Audit tab in the spreadsheet to list all of the pages on your site or app.
So, if you already have a sitemap, get that. If you don't, literally just go through your website, click on every single page, and write down the names of each page in your spreadsheet along with a short description. Choose one page to start with and write down all the relevant information you've decided to record. If that page has subpages, make a list of each of those and repeat the process for each one in turn. Then just keep going until you've been through every page and written down everything you need to. That's really all there is to it.
Now, let's see how this works in the template. Let's start with the home page. Every site has one. You'll write down the navigation title and page title, then the URL, which for the home page is just your base level domain. Then a short description of what's on the page. If you have Google Analytics set up, you can put in the page views, and there's a spot for any thoughts you have about the page while you're doing the audit. There's a content owner, which is important if you have a big site. Different people will be responsible for different pages. And mark down when it was last updated. Here, we can use the last column, action. Will we keep the page, delete it because it's not relevant anymore, update it, or merge it with another page? If you have two pages that are basically the same content, just delete one of them. You don't want to waste time with your users sorting out pages you'll just delete later anyway. Now, if you don't have a site yet, you can still use this template. Just list all the pages you want to have on your site. These will be the pages that your users will sort during the sorting session. Try and make a good guess at all the stuff you think you'll need, like a donate page, an about page, maybe a blog.
Here's a trick for really long pages. Some websites won't have lots and lots of pages. They'll have heaps of information in one page. Now, this might have made sense when you made the website, but the whole point of this process is to let our users decide where they think things should be organized. So if we had a product called Product X, that page might also have some FAQs on it below the product information. And then below that, some shipping info. This is like a big long page. By splitting these out into separate cards, the users can decide where they think these ideas should go.
If you're auditing a big site, it's really easy to get lost and miss pages. There are online tools you can use to generate a complete list of your content so you don't miss anything. This is a little technical. If your site is run from a CMS, you should be able to get access to a list of all the pages from the site. If the CMS can't do it, you could try something like the Content Analysis tool. This is a site crawler which trawls your whole site for you and automatically generates a spreadsheet with all the page URLs for you. It will even sync with your Google Analytics and include the analytics data for you. If you do have a huge site, I'd highly recommend making the investment as it will save you loads of time. Once you've completed your content audit, you'll have a nice spreadsheet with a complete list of the pages on your site, which you can then use to create the cards for your card sort. It's a pretty tedious process to make this list, but once you've done it, you'll have a really clear understanding of what's going to go into your site. People always want to put this off because it's incredibly boring. But for a small site, it only takes like half an hour. And once you're done, it's an incredibly freeing feeling. You can see all of the content on your site all at once in one place.